Good morning, everyone. This Bob Vila Signature Series mower that I recently worked on has given me a big problem this morning. I had advertised it and had a customer coming out at 9 to take it, so I got up early, went to bring it to the front this morning at 8 o'clock. I wanted to put a little gas in it to make sure I had enough fuel to start it. So I put fuel in it and it starts leaking out. I had a little bit in it before, but I wanted to top it off, and I hadn't noticed all these cracks. So I had about this much fuel in it before, and I put it over the crack line here, and it started pouring out. So that was unfortunate. I hadn't noticed the cracks in the tank. So luckily I had a spare tank ready to go. So I threw that on and thought all was hunky-dory. So I go to prime it, and I couldn't get it to prime for some reason. So I took off the air filter backing plate, and I tried to do a quick fix with the double gasket here, and that didn't help me. Sometimes if these are warped, you can put a double gasket and you'll get your priming action. That didn't help me. So I went and grabbed a brand new backing plate, put that on, brand new primer bulb. You can buy these assemblies for $10 or so. So I thought that would cure my issue. Still no go, so I'm getting pretty frustrated at this point. I thought with a new backing plate it should prime. So I dug deeper. Here I am, frantic to get this stupid thing going so I can sell it. So I went and grabbed a whole new carburetor and put that on, thinking that it was an issue here with the primer canal. This hole here lines up with the hole here in the primer gasket. So put it all back together and nothing. So now I'm really getting mad. It's 8:45. I tell the buyer, sorry, I can't get it going. I can't make the sale today. So I think he seemed a little agitated, but I tried to sell him a non-self-propelled. He didn't want that. So it's 11 o'clock now, so I've been tinkering with this all morning and figured out what the issue was. I was going nuts because everything was new carburetor, new backing plate, new gasket, new primer bulb, which comes with the unit. So I thought, what in the hell could be the issue? So I started looking around and thought, why is it pulling in air in this gasket? I even doubled up 2 gaskets on this new backing plate, but I shouldn't have to have, because this was new from the factory and not warped. So I got to thinking. I grabbed a straight edge and then put it on the carburetor. So it attaches by 3 points here. 2 on the carburetor itself, and then a 3rd point up here on this throttle bracket. So I took my straight edge, put it on here, and it was actually banging right here on this 3rd mounting surface. This was stuck or sticking out further than this point. So there was a whole big air gap here that the gaskets wouldn't take up. It was not flush all the way around. So my straight edge would actually bang the bottom of that 3rd third tie down location. So what I did is I took my 8-pound persuader here and tapped this gently so it pushed in a little bit. Now I've got a straight edge all the way across. So you guys that run into this problem where you try everything to get this to prime, check your third screw hole here. This here is kind of freewheeling. There's only one mounting screw back here on the block, so this will push in easy enough. You could also possibly grind this down if you had to. Take a little depth off of this mounting location right there. Grind that down a little bit so it's flush. But I took the easy way out. An 8-pound persuader pushed this back enough to give me a nice level playing field here. So I put the backing plate on now and just tried my primer bulb before I put everything back together, and it is priming fuel. When you're priming the fuel, you'll see it pop up out of that brass emulsion tube right there. When you hit the red primer bulb, it'll squirt a little fuel up right there, and that's your fuel that'll start the mower. Without that little squirt of fuel, you're going to be pulling on it with no action. So wasted a good part of the morning, but at least I figured it out. It was driving me crazy. I'll try to make contact with the buyer again, see if he's still interested. He's probably a little hesitant now that the mower wasn't running when I initially advertised it, so he may not be so interested right now. So that's the gist of it. Went through a lot of new parts, and all it was this third screw tab here was not flush with the mounting surface of the carburetor. So I'll make note of that for future priming issues. So I guess it wasn't Bob Vila's fault. He's just got his name on it. He had nothing to do with the design of the machine itself. Okay, continue to have a nice day, and thanks for watching.